Guys, we're back. Welcome to AnimeInkArt Live Talks. I hope you guys have been doing good. But before I start the show, introduce our amazing team that we got today. I just wanted to thank you guys because since the last show we had on Friday, we finally reached our first 100 subscribers. So I really want to thank you guys because I started doing YouTube more for the shows in like end of October, November, and we were at 21 subscribers. So to get to 100, I really do appreciate you guys are watching, supporting. I really do appreciate you guys so much. So for those that are new to the show, welcome. We talk with different creators in the Blur community about their journey in content creation, how can we can support each other better in their community. So today we have the amazing crew at Urbansama. So we have all the members of the team here. So we have, Sama, the creative, that's the founder of Urbansama. We have Trap Dragon Z. We have Kadeem the Dream. We have Brandon Leveling. And it's going to be an amazing show today. And let's just get them all on the show and let's get started. So we're just gonna do a straight shot. It's a lot of people to get to. Gotta make sure everybody's in here. All right.
Let's go. Burn.
Hello. How are you guys doing, man?
What up?
Doing good. Feels good to be back.
Yes, of
I
course.
feel fantastic. Yes, sir.
Ain't complain about a day off.
Feeling like the four.
Shout out to all the people coming in. I really do appreciate you guys. So, how was you guys' weekend?
I've been chill.
I
I
was
can't say
chilling
that
the
a
whole
lot.
weekend. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, today was my only day off this week, so I've been big chilling.
That's great. And again, I just want, thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to have all of you guys on here. It really is an honor and a privilege that you guys trust me to have you guys all on. So I really do appreciate it.
I'm glad you trust us.
Yeah,
I don't know what made you make that decision, but you know what I'm saying? We here now.
we could say anything. You not see us on the internet?
Now we squatting.
Y'all already know I be saying anything on the internet.
But I want to start off for those that may not know who you are, introduce yourselves, as the group, but you guys all do different things individually. So whoever wants to start.
D.
Well, it's your boy Sama, the creative, not Urbansama, but the founder, CEO of Urbansama. So I just kind of do whatever the guys need me to do. You know what I'm saying? I edit, do videography, content planning, stuff like that. So that's what I do. I pass it off to Mr. Brandon Leveling himself.
Yes. What's good, everybody? Since the last time I was here, I have fully walked into this name. I am Brandon Leveling. I am a full-time entrepreneur and creative, the CEO and owner of Blurs Unite Media, one of the founders of Blurs Unite Community, Blurs Unite nonprofit, also a founding member of Urbansama, as well as a multifaceted individual who encourages you to constantly level up and be 1% better every day. Yeah.
That part.
I go. It's your boy Trap Dragon Z. That's how I always intro, but it is. You already know how it be. I do pretty much everything I set my mind to, but what it say on the bio is consultant, podcaster, gamer, and I'll be using content creation to market music more than anything else. But I'll market you if you need me to, and I really been having fun finding my identity as like this consultant thing as well as this marketer. But I'm still a content creator at the end of the day. So that's your boy, me.
Let's go. Burn.
I guess it's my turn then. Wagwan, my people. It's your boy Kadeem the Dream. You know, I'm the guy that be on the internet talking in his best rendition of a Jamaican accent. So I'm still getting used to making content consistently. You can ask all my guys here. Like,
He's doing a wonderful job. He's doing a wonderful job, y'all.
I'm doing my best. I could be way more consistent, I know, but I just be having fun making these videos at the same time.
That's
For those of
definitely
you that don't know, I'm a voice actor too at the same time.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he is Jamaican.
yeah.
And I am Jamaican.
His patois is very strong. Also, don't let him fool you on that. Yeah.
I know a lot of folks on the internet be telling me every day, this guy ain't really Jamaican. This guy, now listen, I'm fully Jamaican. Both my parents Jamaican. Raised by them all.
So he had the real raising. So for all of you fakes and phonies out there who spend your time copying his content, we are sick of you too.
I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to start off with Sama. What inspired you to start Urbansama?
What inspired me to start Urbansama? So, what inspired me to start Urbansama is I just wanted to like create a hub where like Black talented geek people could just come together and create and share content amongst each other. Kind of like growing up in like high school, middle school and stuff. Like I had like parts of like anime clubs and stuff like that. So it was like wanting to bring that vibe, but to the internet in a very like Black and honest way. So, like growing up watching G4 TV was an inspiration. So, with that in mind, I was like, all right, how do we go about that? And it kind of became like a 2-part process where one part is creation, where we fulfill our own creative needs and, you know, produce what we want to share with the audience. And the second piece is connecting with people. So that's through, you know, the creative highlights, community news. What we're doing now is like, so that in a nutshell is why I wanted to do it. So that way, hey, even if what we're making isn't necessarily like your cup of tea, that's cool. Hey, but did you know that AnimeInkArt has these dope live talks? Like, you know, did you know Navy Montel hosts these amazing like interviews? Do you know that Blurs Unite hosts these dope ass virtual block parties, soon to be in-person block parties, that literally get people who've never met each other to come together, game, and enjoy themselves. So that is a big piece of what kind of drove me to create that.
That's awesome. And actually, I wanted to, it's a 2-parter, so it's going to take some time. But I wanted to ask for each of you guys what inspires you guys to do you guys' own creative content, because you guys all do different things. You know, Kadeem, if you're voice acting and your Jamaican voice does, but you also got projects for other dubs and other things coming out as well. And then Trap Dragon, with your social media consulting and not only doing like the meme content, but you promote other musicians. And then you have the Plus Ultra segment on the show, and you do a lot of different things. And then Brandon, you do a plethora of things for the last time you're on the show, you know, Blurs Unite, Block Party 9, doing the social media consulting as well through Blurs Unite, and then being here in Urbansama. So what was the push for you guys to start your content, you know, individually? And then how did you guys all end up being part of Urbansama? Because I'm very interested to know that.
That's a very fun question you asked there. I guess so. For me, getting started with my journey, first it was just storytelling for me. It gave me a way to express myself. I was on social media before like it was cool doing that, because I grew up in social media era. I grew up doing Black Planet, MySpace, AOL, Yahoo Chat, you know what I'm saying? All of that, all the way up to, you know, Facebook when it had a college login, to when it opened up to regular emails. you know what I'm saying, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, like all of that. So, you know, growing up in that era, I always realized that there were opportunities there to find like-minded people, but also, you know, to be able to document my time on this rock, right? And be able to help and tell that story. And when I realized I could do that and find more like minded people and be able to grow in areas that I wanted to, that's what kind of sprung me into the business side of it. So, I would say storytelling and my journey to start, but you know, finding out that I actually have a love and passion for it too. And why did I join Urbansama? Why not? Um, do you see us? Do you see us? Why not? Like, you know, we swaggy. You know, on top of that, you know, the work that we do is pristine. It doesn't matter what we do, right? Short form, long form, like the quality is there. You know, I truly believe when the community continues to keep growing and people find like our treasure trove of backlog content that we've already done up until this point, they'd be like, damn, they've actually been dropping classics and putting out stuff, and we've been successful on the social media front. But now, like individually, we are improving our individual brands, which are in return helping us as a whole, right? And we're all kind of in that phase right now where we're leveling up and like actually, you know, pushing each other a little bit to do that. And I always thought D was a great creative mind, but he also, I've watched him manage multiple creative minds to be able. He is a great like architect of organizing uh, out of the box resources. When I look at him, I look at how he is able to do something with Trap, do something with Kadeem, and do something with me is completely different. And we execute our form of content for Urbansama, but then he's also able to bring us all together. And even though we have slight differences, me and Trap are more like him and Kadeem are more like, we all still find ways to kind of still work together and put it together. So for me, that was an easy W to work with him. He was also on my original first podcast we had for Three Little Blurs when we very first started, before he even had hair. So you know what I'm saying? That's how you know I've been fucking with him for the long way. I was fucking with him before he had hair. You know what I'm saying?
Before D had
crazy.
hair, but all the hair on the head right now.
Before he had hair.
I didn't even know that was D.
Beard was short. Beard was short. No long
I remember
hair.
Three Little Blurs.
Oh my
We
God.
were friends. I
Yeah.
used to see that randomly and be like, who are they?
Yep. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We got a
Applause for
whole catalog of podcasts, guests that are YouTube partners, Twitch partners now, Black entrepreneurs in this space. But at the time, they were our peers and people that we wanted to be able to show like, hey, they're up next. Like, you guys should probably pay attention to them. And so, you know, from our early work there, and then we actually like did some work together, like, you know, a couple joint projects. We did a project with 8. We've done some work together. We've done convention coverage together. We've traveled together. So, you know, for me, when I actually do like the person, it's a lot easier for me to want to work with them, because I can communicate in a language that we both understand.
They even came to the D.
Yeah. Yeah. And D has been to New York, and like I didn't have enough time to catch Kadeem. We were there for like 5 minutes, and we had to kind of peel out. But New York is probably the next trip where we gonna end up, you know what I'm saying, catching him up there. So, you know, friends that don't mind pulling up on each other too, you know, because a lot of people like to restrict things to the internet. And I'm gonna be honest with you, in 2026, we gotta get outside a whole lot more, and you gotta be able to connect and have these moments. So yeah, that also is a value to me too, having friends and peers that don't mind, you know, pulling up to chill or to create content.
Or to eat good food. Listen,
Or to eat good food.
I heard Atlanta got good food. Detroit. I'm trying to.
Please, yes, you need to go to Atlanta.
Go ahead, pull up.
Get you a little coney.
Yeah, get you the coney. Get you some lemon pepper steppers.
Yup.
You know what I
You,
mean?
what kind of wings you like? I can get you hot lemon pepper. Actually, nah, yeah. I'm gonna respect his roots. You know, we're gonna get you with the hot
Listen, I
lemon
love
pepper.
spicy food, so
Yeah.
I'll try anything once. I ain't
When I
mad.
went to Atlanta, I ate 4 boxes of different wings. I was like, dog, these good as hell.
That sounds about right.
It was lemon pepper, it was hot, it was barbecue. I was like, I didn't even know what to pick. I just asked the lady on the phone. So
I know that's right. Hey, listen, it's a culture here. You know what I'm saying? It's two things
y'all
that you're
got the
gonna
wings
get:
on lock, my boy.
strippers and wings.
Wings.
I never even been to
You can have whatever you like.
And let me tell you, them wings, the food there. I went to one spot with my fiance. It was like Zaxby's or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my
he done
God.
had Zaxby's. Let's go. He done had
Wait, y'all ain't got Zaxby's?
that
What y'all
man.
got? Raisin
That man
Cane's?
whole life about to change.
I don't think we got Zaxby's either.
What y'all got? Raisin Cane's?
We got Raisin Cane's.
We just got Raisin Cane.
I
Yeah.
don't even know what
Raisin
else to compare it
Cane's?
to.
Zaxby's tastes better than Raisin Cane's?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Talk to
taking
me.
Zax.
Nah,
I'm
talk
taking.
to me. Yeah.
I'm taking Zaxby's over Raisin Cane's.
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. People might hate me for this. Raisin Cane's is not good. It's just that sauce.
Yeah, it's really the sauce.
I'll agree with
The
that.
sauce carrying.
The sauce does carry.
If I ate it
Sauce-
without
I'm not gonna lie to
sauce,
you.
I would
Sauce
think
absolutely
it's
carries.
cafeteria food. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's not cafeteria food.
Sauce carries, man. Outside of that, it's really just normal piece of breaded chicken
Yeah.
I guess
with no seasons.
we talk about wings all day.
Yeah.
At least I can.
I can talk about wings. I can talk about waffles too, but I'm talking about waffles. I've never been to Waffle House in my life ever. In my life.
Hey, it was not. It was.
We're changing that.
It wasn't as good as I thought, but it was better than I expected.
I've been to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles though. Roscoe's.
you gotta
That's fire.
That's
That's
one
fire.
thing you do have to come for. You do have to pull up on the Waffle House. Waffle House.
I'll pull up on the Waffle House. I just never been there. Listen, I'll try anything once.
Yeah, that's true.
It might mess your stomach up, but it'll be okay. It's like
I had to check and make sure there wasn't no Waffle House in
hold up.
Jamaica.
it's like Popeyes.
See, when it comes to Jamaican food, I put y'all on to the best spots. Y'all ever come to Jersey? Find you a spot called Bamboo. Listen.
Oh, hold on. I can go to that, nigga. Hold on.
Yeah, look that up right now.
He said, actually.
While they're searching it up, Traffic Kadeem, whoever wants to go next with the question.
After you trap.
All right. What got me into content? Initially, I was broke, and I hated my job, and I was
Yeah,
I do not want to be here. But initially, though, before that, I'd already kind of had my toe in the water because my mom's, she had a photography studio, and we didn't, it wasn't doing a lot of business. And this is like when Instagram first came out. And so we was putting flyers on the walls, not the wall, but at the stop sign and whatnot. And that was bringing in some, but I was like, I'm gonna get on Instagram, I'm gonna make us an account, and I'm gonna post our pictures there and stuff. And it started doing really good. Schools was coming in, having us go take pictures there. And we started doing composition cards for models and all that. And I'm like, yeah, okay, this works. And I was already interested then, but I hated my job and I quit the same day. And I didn't know what I was gonna do. And I was like, damn. So a security company, they hired me the same day that I had quit within 24 hours. And I was like, that's a blessing. And while I was in the car, I was learning how to create content. I was taking courses on social media, marketing, all of that. And I ended up making Trap Dragon Z, and I was grinding at it, posting. And then one post hit 20K, and I was like, okay, that was a repost. What if I make my own? And so I made my own post. It was a meme that hit, and I was like, okay, I think I know how to do this. And so ever since then, I was making memes, making different content, really obsessed with the process of how to tap into an audience, how to figure out what people were thinking to make them engage with a post. And you know, a lot of people, especially somebody like D, is very creative, really loves the process. And that's what gravitated me towards what he was doing, because it was a little different than me. Like, I'm creative, but I'm like creative with a purpose. I'm not organically like I saw sunshine out there and I want to draw the sun. Like, I don't care about the sun. I care about behind the sun, why other people is staring at it, and he do. Give you a second.
I don't even know why we need the sun.
Kadeem, if you want to share your answer.
Can you repeat the two questions for me?
Yeah, you're good. So, what inspired you to start creating content in general? And then how did you join Urbansama? Because I'm always curious when it's a group, how everybody ended up being part of the group.
So with content creation, it wasn't like it was necessarily something I always wanted to do, but it was just something I always found myself doing. Like, in terms of video editing, I was just fascinated by that when I was a kid in middle school. So I was doing it then. And then I took a break for like many few years and didn't start doing it again until like 2016. Then fast forward another like 4 or 5 years later, I started making more videos on Instagram. And then one day, I believe Trap followed me. And from there, I think I was posting like gaming video clips. And then from onwards on then, Trap introduced me to the idea of, hey, you want to be part of this group? I can introduce you to D. And I didn't know who D was at this time, but Trap was someone who we organically just started playing the video games together one day. Gotham Knights had came out, and I was like, yo, you trying to play some Gotham Knights? Like, I got it now. Yeah, we could make some videos and whatnot. But other than that, he hit me with the idea of joining Urbansama. Me and D met, and I believe we started with an AMV video, and it was for Valentine's Day. So made that. He asked for it. He said, you ain't have to rush it. And I was like, all right, bet. Sent it to him the same day. I was like, here you go. And then from there on, I want to say we just made different memes. We just collabed on different things. Trap got me to voice in a One Piece video one time for, I believe it was GTA 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was for the GTA 6, because the whole time when I say GTA 6 was just a thing everyone brought up, nobody believed it was coming out. It's like 13 years later. So once we did get the trailer, we was like, all right, yo, I got an idea. Let's make a voiceover to this. And he was like, sure, let's do it. Because he was always telling me to get back to it, because I told him I always wanted to get back to it, but I stopped for a while. So we made that video. And then randomly with the Jamaican dubs, we were playing Armored Core at the time. And it was like a mech game. So we was always sending each other memes in the group chat. And then one day I just recorded the Jamaican accent on top of a Gundam video. And then I was just like, hey, yo, Trap, look at this. This is going to be me when I get in my little mech pilot. And I'm going to be blasting people because they know I be saying Jamaican stuff all the time in the party. So both of them just looked at me like, yo, Kadeem, you kind of did something here. This is really good. So post that right now. And then here we are from there.
Let's not sleep on that GTA video. That first GTA video you did, 10K. Off rip.
Oh my God.
I remember that. And I was like, I don't know why you playing.
Yeah, there'll be some shadows of doubts in my head, but Trap, he talked me through it a lot of different times and got me to make content. So I really appreciate Trap. I appreciate D. These three guys right here, when I tell you the only reason people get in Jamaican dubs this consistently is because they push me every day. And I appreciate them more than they know. So
that's awesome. And D, I just wanted to say I appreciate your video editing, your videography. I saw the portfolio. I've seen some of the event recaps and everything that you do. I love the work. So I want to ask you as well also, what got you into what you do for creation?
That is a really funny story. Really, I guess it's I don't know. Well, I do know. So initially, I've always grew up like a gamer, an anime fan, someone who's also like real technical because I was raised to like at a young age I was like raised to like work on computers, consoles, like mod consoles, like do that type of stuff, right? So my career path was pretty much set for tech.
Mm.
Now, the funny part about that is even though my career path and like what got me to a certain point was like tech because I work in IT.
Mhm.
I was always surrounded by creative people. And it's funny because I'm like, all right, I would always say, hey, I'm technical, I'm not creative. I'm
Mm.
technical, I'm not creative, right? I understand how to make some of these apps work, but I'm not creative. Or
Mm.
like I have a mind for a process, but not creative. And what everyone here, as well as like many others early on, were like, hey, no, D, like you have a very like you have a creative eye, bro. Like, and I kind of fought with it for a minute until around like 2020.
Mm.
So basically similar to like trap.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I hate where I'm at right now. I'm depressed. I'm not enjoying none of that shit. So
Mm.
basically, I looked to wifey. I was like, yo, I want to start creating. And she was like, all right, because she's a creative. So
Yeah.
that's the other thing too. So she's a creative. So once again, I'm sitting in this space where I'm like, I am not creative,
Yeah.
but surrounded by evidence that says the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So it was kind of like walking into and exploring, okay, maybe I am creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are things that I like? What are things that I don't like? Because for a long time, I'm able to produce. We joke about this a little bit amongst each other, but we talk about each other having like Sharingan, and it's like being able to like see something, dissect it, and recreate it. But okay, now that you can recreate things, how do you want it seen? You know, how do I want it seen? So exploring once again, like connectivity, self-exploration, storytelling. Um, I'm a big how I put this.
Yeah.
I'm a big feelings person.
Mhm.
You feel me? I feel like I got a big heart. So at first I didn't necessarily enjoy that aspect,
Mm.
but in embracing it, exploring it has been like my creative process. Like what makes me feel certain things, and how can I create things that share share that feeling per se. Kind of long winded, but yeah.
No, I mean, listen, I just love listening to the stories. That's my job, to listen to the stories. So I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, in that process, I came across Brandon Levelin, Trap, and Kadeem, and I've just been kind of blessed to have people who also want to create, who also want to continually better themselves, because there's no one person on the team that's a slouch. Everybody's a multifaceted creative who excel in what they do, and it's just like we get to do it together. And
Yep.
part of that is like payment in itself. Like obviously, we trying to like grow and make things better, but it's not every day you get to have a creator house in 4 different houses.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. And that's actually the question I was gonna ask. I was gonna say, for all of you guys, especially you, D, because Urbansama, between the Instagram page and the YouTube channel, not only do you have like the creative highlights and then the breaking news when things happen in the community, almost everybody's content individually is on the YouTube channel at some point and the Instagram page. So I want to say, how has that helped the brand Urbansama in general, and then just for you guys to like get all the content out there, and then just how you felt like it's helped elevate you guys all together as a group and individually? Because I've seen a little bit of everything, and if I were to list everything, It'll be a lot. So I just want you to share like how it's helped you guys.
Hold on, run that back one more time.
You're good.
Because I'm like, there's so many. I don't.
No, you're good. You're good. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, how has combining all of the content that you guys do individually to the Urbansama like Instagram and the YouTube page, how has it helped you guys? Have helped the group and then you guys individually with content?
Okay. So, one, between Trap and B, they don't play about the. If I'm a creator, I'm gonna post it everywhere I can goddamn post it from. So between those two, in combination with, for a long time, I didn't know how to classify Urbansama outside of just calling it a hub. So through some like time and the mix of like talking to Trap, B, Kadeem, shit, even Chat GPT, hell, helping me understand like, okay, this is what we do. What is this classified by like other people? And when I found the term was digital network, so I was like, oh, okay. And Trap was telling me, he was like, yeah, Urbansama kind of reminds me of like Adult Swim, Cartoon Network type vibes. So he was like, hey, they post reruns. Why don't we post reruns? And same thing with B, where he's like, hey, we created this. This deserves to go from every point we have to share it from. So with that being said, it was a no-brainer because basically we all share the work. And it's a really nice experience because as we work together to circle back and answer your question, everybody benefits. The Urbansama page benefits. Each individual creator benefits. It's a network. So if you get a Jamaican dub today, you might get a Plus Ultra tomorrow, or you might get Anime Fight Club, or you might get 1% Better series. Like it's really like going to Cartoon Network. So some shows you may like, some shows you may not. You know, some characters you may prefer, some characters not. But it's all together to where it's like, hey, you can't help but know we run type of deal. And I think, you know, I've definitely benefited from it, but I would have to let everybody else speak for themselves. But it's been nice.
Yeah, the connection to these three instantly has paid its benefits, just and the knowledge alone, the knowledge that is shared is always worth more than its weight in gold. You know, the actual production part. Me and Trap have done a whole series with two seasons of a series together. We've streamed together. Me and D have done endless projects. We actually are sitting on projects right now. I actually have a project sitting with AnimeInkArt too from the last block party as well. You know, so I am always working, but I feel like my ability to be able to work on a higher level just because I can bounce ideas off of them and get direct feedback. You know, also my significant other as well, being a wonderful creative too. So, you know, I have a treasure trove of just information, which, you know, regardless of them actually being dope humans and actually being my friends first, but then actually having creative minds that I can, you know, feel comfortable enough to share like my journey with, because that's something that's very important. You can't share your dream and your journey with everybody. That's a lesson that 2025 taught me for sure, that you have to pick and choose the people that you're around in this space wisely. Because there are some people who will, you know, either take from you or just, you know, use you or, you know, want to wish bad upon you, right? And I had to learn those lessons, and so I'm forever grateful that it never crossed my mind with these three. So, you know, yes, working with them has enriched and made me better, but also, you know, to having that just that semblance of peace and knowing that like working with somebody and leveling up with somebody and not competing with them, which oftentimes I think happens in our space more than it
Yeah.
should, where we should be really trying to come together and pull resources together and figure out how we can all kind of eat from the same pie versus having the crab in the barrel mentality.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Amen to that.
That's what I get from it too. Like, you know, it's fun for me. I've benefited because it's created a layer of fun that like I don't give myself. That's
Mm.
fun in a different capacity. Like for me,
Mhm.
it's absolutely fun to compete with everybody else on the internet.
Mm.
Like from a positive perspective. Like my
Yeah.
thing is I want to be the best, and I also want you to be your best. Very much like Goku. Like I don't want to see you suffer so that I can win. I want you to be training just as hard as I am at your craft so that when I beat you, I feel good about it. I don't want that's not the way I wanted that to come out, but like
I
Power
love
up,
the
nigga,
honest.
so I can beat you at your best, boy. Don't,
and it's,
I don't want no
Oh my
scratch.
God.
Give me your perfect form.
I love the honesty. I love it so
man,
much.
that's crazy. That was supposed to stay in
That
my head,
ass when he said
but
that.
it's really it's true. And being around them and making content with them, they think equally. Like we call ourselves a lot like strikers, like on what is it, Blue Lock.
Blue Lock.
Like they always competing. They don't hate each other, like some of them do, but they always competing. But it's
But that's
also
also a part of it. Like
yeah,
sometimes you gotta hate a motherfucker. You can't like everybody.
yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's a
I
fact.
don't like everybody. I
Yeah.
don't like a lot of people,
Mhm.
but like
Actually,
that's
yeah.
what I do, despite with some people who have come in contact with me and enough proximity around me,
Mm.
may think at times I honestly care about everybody in the space. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the times that I like do stuff like early on in my career was spent a lot of it like uplifting other creators. Like I used to have like a creator of the day, like on Trap Dragon Z real early on, like 2018. So it's never like that, but it is like a level of competition each day that we create, and it makes me want to. What I benefit from is it makes me want to create better content, but it also is fun, and it's a type of fun that I don't do for me. Like for me, fun is doing better metrically than I did yesterday. And like maybe on a physiological level too. Did I work out harder? Did I create better? Did I create more? And when I work with um Urbansama, is like, did I have fun? What did we make? What did we creatively push that I would not have done on my own? Sometimes we do stuff that's like don't make sense on paper for me, and but it doesn't have to because we're friends making content, and sometimes you cannot calculate the intangible. So like when me and Kadeem made a solo leveling voiceover, I had zero expectation for it, and then it was just fun. It was an opportunity for me to dabble in a world that Kadeem thrives in, and we made him got 1 million views off that.
Yes, sir,
So I
we
ended up
do.
scratching two itches at the same time, and with like it's just a fun thing. Me and B, I would have never sat down and was like, you know what I want to do? Host a fight show where we like commentate fights, and like I never would have thought that.
That shit was so much fun. Like that shit was it was so much fun. Like I know D used to he used to listen to us because like we would like literally run off on a tangent about the fights and like have point and point. But like that's to Trap's point, like we have made the process fun. So I think like when you're actually creating with people that you want to and genuinely like we're not working as hard anymore. Like we're actually, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I dropped this, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's been a couple days and I ain't dropped something, I know for a fact one of these three are gonna drop something. It's gonna remind me. I'll be like, I actually have to do my part in the process of making sure like we continue to keep because we at the end of last year we said to each other like, hey, we're gonna be honest with each other, and we're gonna keep the pressure on. We're gonna work through the year because we got goals that we individually, right? But as we work, we're working as a group to achieve them.
Yep. So that's where I benefit. I benefit because it scratches an itch I didn't know I had, and I get to do that with friends. And we venture into new territory, like how Vegeta would tell Kakarot, like trespass into the domain of the gods. Like, that's how I be feeling. Like, where are we gonna go next? What goal we gonna hit next? And like, it's just like these endless possibilities that I can't quantify in like a world where I usually do that. And I benefit because it allows me to use my skill set with only the parameters of we create content for the network. And for me, that's really fun.
Awesome. It's your turn, Kadeem.
For me, in terms of the content creation, the one thing I appreciate the most about Urbansama as a whole is, like I said, how much they encourage me to either put out a video that I'm not too sure of, because like I said, with that first Jamaican dub clip with the Gundam one, I wasn't sure about posting. I'd just be making stuff and keeping them in a vault somewhere, and I'd just be like, oh, I forgot about that. But they know I tend to do that. So
take it out, free. Take it out now.
Shoot that shot, nigga.
Literally.
Shoot it. Shoot it. I'm gonna don't give it to me. I'm gonna do it myself.
Quite literally, like, you see how they are. Like, they encourage me in many different ways, and it's something that's very refreshing for me, because originally when I started making content, this was like when I started taking it serious, at least like 2016, I was in a group of friends who had the same aspirations we do right now, like on some, oh, let's get this together, let's make these videos, let's have these ideas, let's do this, that, and the third. And like, fast forward, there was like one day after we made one of my videos, and I remember getting into an argument about them, like, oh, we should do this or we should do that. And they told me straight up, we think your ideas are stupid. We think they're not, ain't it? Nobody really gonna like this, da 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 da, this and that and the third. So I put down content for a very long time, and I'm not ashamed to say it. It was like, it was very disheartening. But along came a dude named Trap, and he came and he was encouraging me a lot more to put my stuff out. And around this time, I stopped making content and just started doing like voiceover. So I started going, you know what? If I can't do this, I'm gonna go in and do what I actually really want to do and start doing like voice acting and everything, and really started around that time. So once I got there, I wasn't really booking any auditions or anything like that. And I know other voice actors feel this, like, you could book one thing and then you won't book for like a year, like a year and change. Like, around
crazy.
But it's like, after auditioning and auditioning and auditioning, I'm like, dang, I can't really put my voice anywhere. So it's like, I'm trying out for all these different things, and Trap has always encouraged me. He goes, yo, just you voice something and put it out there. Go ahead. Like, I'm gonna give you a challenge. You go and do this. I'll tell you to record this. Go ahead and come back and let's see how we do it. And we did that recently with a Batman one. He told me to voice over Robin, and I was like, you know what? Sure, I'll do that. And it's like, more and more, once I did that, edited it, put it out and everything, I'm like, wow, that felt really good. I can really have my voice anywhere if I just put my mind to it and genuinely just make my own door. And I just tell everybody to do that. Make your own door at this point. If nobody letting you in, you make your own establishment, so people asking to get into there. You know what I mean?
Yep. But that's how, everybody kind of plays off of each other within the group. Depending on the situation, there's going to be a mad scientist out of the group. It just depends on it. Like, if it's setting the creative process, probably like mapping it out, it's probably D. If it's like, hey, just try the idea and then like let's look at the analytics later, it's probably Trap.
Yes.
If it's hey, we need to make sure we outline these items so as a group we're executing, it's probably me. And if it's like, hey, let's go ahead and do some crazy stuff, it's probably Kadeem. Like, you know what I'm saying? And everybody has a role. Everybody has a role. Everybody has a role, and I love it.
Yeah. Listen, if B ain't tell one lie, it's just he ain't tell one lie. We'll be playing Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
Dean will be playing somebody like Daredevil or Wolverine, and I'll be like, I might be healing. Like I'm used to main Loki. I'll be like, hey, bro, hey, come back to the point. Come back. I'm trying to heal you.
Oh, nah.
He's like, nah. He's killing people.
What happened to him? I ain't get healed, yo.
Oh,
ain't getting a single heal.
Nope.
It ain't a thought
He's gotta
behind
trust
them
his
eyes when he
instincts.
do that.
Not a single heal.
But if in my fair case, like D said, like B said, I'm the one that tends to tell everyone to do something crazy. Like, if it seems impossible, it does. But impossible is just the possible lying in wait. You feel me? Let's get it done.
And honestly, like, what you think might not be an important role, Kadeem has a very important role, because we do have to have somebody who just doesn't care. Like, he's just like, hey, we're just gonna go for it. What? We're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna do it. You need that friend that's delusional, because the delusional friend is gonna give you the power to be like, you know what? Maybe I can't do it. Right? Maybe I've just been thinking all this wrong. Nope.
Definitely broken some rules sometimes, and I'm like,
oh yeah.
I think me and Chat will be like, hey, that's not how that's supposed to.
And you're like,
Nope.
Okay.
Kadeem is like, did anybody die?
Take notes.
But did you die though?
But did you die?
Did anybody get hurt? Did anybody get offended? Nah, we good.
Is anybody bleeding? Okay,
cool. Not for real though. Like I think the best example of that was when I made a Transformers video a while ago. And I remember Trap and them was telling me, it's kind of late, Kadeem. I had just finished editing. I was like, yo, this shit is ass. Like, I had a good time making this. I feel good. Let's post it. And they're like, Kadeem, it's 12 a.m. It's 12 a.m.
I can already hear D right now. That is not our metric posting time.
Yeah, he's like, it's 12 a.m.
I'll be sitting here.
Everybody's free.
Mind you, I think was I in Spain at that time? I think I was in Spain.
He was away.
The time difference was off, so I'm off a different time zone. Looking at this, talking about I'm gonna post this shit right now,
and you're like, God damn.
My thing was though, it was like around this time my followers were building up at this time. I think I was around like maybe 20K at this time, and I'm just like, I mean, it's 12 a.m. What's all these followers for if we can't post whatever we want? You know what I mean? Somebody up.
I don't be wanting him to do it. I slide him the keys to the car if he was my kid.
Okay.
I know, because Trap just be like, "Oh, okay, new data."
Yeah,
this Trap right here. He was like, "Oh,
let's check and see how this one did."
So you can post at 12 a.m.
It's safe to say it was a good idea at the time. That video right now is sitting at like maybe my most liked video on Instagram next to the Yu-Gi-Oh one, but
and then you got Brandon Leveling over there, who is equally as explosive in any direction things might go. Because while he helps with projects and everything, my boy is also like the second. Like if I had to, all right. So we had a lineup, and I was like, all right, out of this lineup, which two are the most likely to hit somebody? First, engage first. I'm putting Kadeem because he's not. If he gets the impulse, it's gone. And then I'm putting B because while he's still thinking about it, he's probably gonna follow through anyways. Because the opportunity is presented. So it's like Kadeem do some crazy shit. B's like, oh, okay, cool. Me and Trap over here like, all right, how did that work?
That's me. That's me.
Because I'm gonna go with the flow. I'll be like, Kadeem did that. That's right.
Oh man, I
Sure.
love it. I love it. It's so relatable because I got a friend that's like Kadeem, and then I'm not.
You gotta have one. You gotta have at least one. Like, and if you don't have that one, you're honestly you're missing a big piece in your life because there has to be somebody who can tell you, "Hey, fuck it, just try it." Because because we're our own worst enemies, so we're always gonna go back and forth with ourselves. But like having that one person just be like, "Nah, you should just do it."
Yeah.
Yep. And to go back to the comparison, it's very Blue Lock like because anybody is like. So fun fact. Fun fact. Octopus arms can move autonomous of themselves. So Urbansama's mascot is an octopus.
Yeah.
Very much to the brand and that theme.
Mhm.
That is how this group, I would say, operates, where it's
Yeah.
like everyone's moving towards the same goal, but any arm could be doing any individual thing at any given time, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be great. Like,
Yeah, that's true. And I actually want to say shout out to you for doing the creative highlights. You know, you've been in the trenches for people that don't know. I checked like the all the highlights and everything you had up until now. And there's so many people that even I've met in the community that you've highlighted before they even got to a certain level. So I just want to commend you for that first. What inspired you to start it, and what kind of has been like the evolution of it in a sense? Because I've seen it grow from like where it was to where it is now.
that's crazy. Because creative highlights started
Like 2020, 2021, from what I saw.
You damn near Nardwarded me just now. You almost got me. Yeah, almost got me. But yeah, it was early in Urbansama's inception. There was a team member named Leo Vince Moat. Shout out to him. So y'all probably can't see it because I think it's archived now. But he helped initiate some of like the initial like pick ones, the still version of like this iteration of like Anime Fight Club, what have you. And basically we were thinking like, how do we engage and how do we work the hub aspect of Urbansama, right? And that aspect we compared it to like a highway. So if you have a highway, what's going through the highway? Cars. Okay, then. Who are the cars? The cars are fellow Black creatives that typically don't get highlighted in spaces and places because we're some of the most successful, but until we're that top 1% successful, they even then still don't want to necessarily give us our flowers. So the goal was to give flowers while people are here, spread some awareness. Hey, did you know that this person's next to you on the internet? And from there, it expanded and grew and evolved as everyone you're sitting here with has touched it and put their hands on it to various extents. From deciding guests to bringing it back, period, to what it looks like design-wise, to how we're conducting ourselves during these interviews and how do we distribute these? How do we take a 1 hour podcast and bust it down into clips that can be reused and repurposed to not just post more, but also provide more contact points for people to try to like connect and things like that. So it's been a blessing because it's like you get to hear stories, and I think you can relate where it's like you don't know what you're gonna learn from somebody when you sit down with them. Because even though I kick it with B, Kadeem, Trap, heck, even you, in these situations, you end up like learning more about each other, which I think overall strengthens community.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And like, I think because you've been doing it longer than I even did it, and like I've seen stuff even before I like met Brandon, and like just things just started intermixing, and I'm like, oh, this person knows this person and everything like that. So I can definitely relate to just you start one way and then you don't know where it's gonna lead to and how you organize things and stuff like that. So again, I do commend you for that. And the other thing is like you guys do a lot of different news topics, whether it's breaking news in the community, anime, comics, and gaming. So I just wanted to ask, how do you guys figure out like when to post what? Like when is like the breaking news, or when it's like you guys just want to share like news in the anime or gaming world?
You're looking at them. I mean, not to elongate the conversation we just had, but to answer your question, it is a case of like B will find something that he finds interesting, hit the group chat. Hey D, I think this would make a great gaming news post. Hey, let's cook this up. Boom. Here's the prompt that I think would be good. Which was which starter you want. Like, boom, okay, bet. I have those materials to start from, so I'm not starting from scratch. I hit the lab. Boom, we cook up the post. All right, might pass it to Trap Kadeem. Hey, yeah, how y'all like this? Look good? Boom, caption straight. All right. At that point, it is a toss up, and it also depends on who's hitting the button, right? Because assets are being exchanged. So like anybody could hit the button because the collab tags are gonna come regardless. So you're how actually I know how to put this. You're at the mercy of the creator with the ball.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I get it.
I can put that.
And all of us dribble and all of us shoot.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot the ball. It's like,
could you
really
say the question again for me? We had a visit.
What it is.
Oh no, yeah, you're good. Yeah, I was talking about how you guys have different type of news segments, whether it's like news in the community, anime, gaming, and everything. So I was asking like how you guys pick and choose when you post what, because it's like 4 different types of news content.
Yeah. That's I heard the ball part.
Yeah.
Now of course D does construct a lot, so or curate more so. Construct and curate, but that final shot, if it's on Urbansama, it goes through there.
It goes through him. So we do a lot of cross promotion between the 5 because I have Blurred Unite, and then obviously I have Brandon Leveling and Trap and then Kadeem, and now even 6 now, right? Because Sama, right, where is it? When he started out first, he started out as the face of Urbansama, but now he is some of the creative, so he is his own creative with inside Urbansama. So we basically have 6 different accounts in any various time that cross over on Urbansama between our 4 individual accounts, and then BU. So I think that is also a layer, and then we also have other members of Urbansama too who don't necessarily do as much like weekly and monthly content as we do as current manufacturers. But guess what? At points in times, we rotate out and other people rotate in too. So I think that's what makes also Urbansama super dope is, as Sama mentioned, the arms move separately of the body. And so sometimes we can, be doing work, whether Trap posts something, he posted in conjunction with Urbansama or Kadeem, or even with me, right? One of my founding projects as a creator is actually a project I did with Urbansama on the creative end. So that's what makes us unique is, all of us, we have egos, but we can them when it comes to working together, and we direct them when they needed to, right? And that's what makes us strikers, because we don't completely get rid of our egos. We just know how to use them.
Which is a skill that not everybody has. So there's definitely
because
I
I'm
will
like
say that
even
it's
looking at
important
the
to be
projects.
like amongst people who think like that, though,
Yeah.
specifically for me,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
I have no interest in coddling
Yeah.
lesser feelings. Like if you're like, I feel like you know, was trying to like outshine me or you was doing the most in that moment. Like
Hmm.
that's one of those times where like if I'm not around people like this who also have strong characters that are sound in them, and I think it's important to be sound in your character,
Hmm.
like in a to a degree where it's like I know me, I'm confident in me, I'm very self-aware because you don't step on toes very often when you do that. Like because you're not trying to get more out of another person. You're just trying to be the best you. And that's
Hmm.
what I feel like with the team. That's important for me, that aspect of like working with everybody.
Yeah. Definitely makes sense. And I was going to ask because I'm glad you came back, Sharp, because I wanted to talk about the Plus Ultra segment you've been doing, especially because you're diving into the social media consultant, helping people out, like whether they're lost and like how to grow their brand or gain income from it. So, what inspired you to start that segment, especially on Urbansama, and how has it been for you, dealing with that new type of content that you do?
This has been fun. A part of me always done a little bit of consulting. Like I can't help myself but try to optimize. Like if you are doing something and I feel like you could be doing it better, it's not necessarily my job to come in and be like, hey bro, I feel like if you turn to the side, you could swing a little bit harder or something. And everybody ain't very receptive to that. But like I've I found that Plus Ultra allows me to do that and display that aspect of my character in a way that is not infringing upon people's autonomy of their own life. Because everybody do not want to be told what to do, and I don't think that I'm always the very best person to tell you. But I will say this piece of content allows me to do that. And if you want
Mhm.
to listen, you can. And if you don't, you just can scroll past it. And I like that because it's like I get to another thing, go into another territory of like me as a creator, me as a person, and another aspect of my skill set and make content around it. My
Mm.
big thing is fun is fuel. And if it's fun, and you have the fuel to do it, why not? Because it's not like it's going to deplete you of any real energy. It's just another thing that you have fun doing. And what this gave me too is another business opportunity where I do have some people that I do consult on the social media end, and they listen and they love the input.
Yeah. I think it's a cool idea, and I try to watch like what I saw on the YouTube channel. It's just interesting. It's just everything you guys do is interesting in you guys own individual ways. And Kadeem, I wanted to ask, especially for like because you've done like reviews, you've done like unboxings, like your content is shown up on the channel, and then as well as like first off, I love the Jamaican dubs. I just love anything you're in. First of all, when it comes to the voice acting, is great. So I want to ask, how has it been experimenting with the other stuff outside of the voice acting, especially through Urbansama? Like, how has it helped you with like ideas for your content?
Oh, it's helped tremendously. Like in terms of when I was making content originally, I kind of was just posting as I felt like, oh, this is cool. Let me just post this. Oh yeah, you know what? I just got this game. Let me record myself playing here. With Urban Sama, they kind of give me direction on how to channel that energy in terms of just like putting it out somewhere else randomly, or like even if you see my content, you could see it's kind of all over the place. Like I do a whole bunch of things and try to do as best as I can with different things. But Trap would tell me, hey, you know what? You want to be a voice actor. Maybe you should make content, solely surrounding your voice. Like do a monologue here, do a review here, do this here. Like when Trap was saying that he's trying to consult people too, I
Yeah.
feel like I'm one of those experiments that is because when I first initially hit Trap up for consultation about my content, I remember sitting there like, I was at 2,000 followers at this time, so I was like, dang, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Trav just hit me, goes, you know what? And like I said, he's blunt. Everybody know that. Bro, you're not posting enough. That's really what it is. You're not posting enough. It's good content. I see it here. You just need to post more. And posting more got me here where I'm at. So anything they tell me in terms of content on what I should do, I'm like, yes, let's do it. Like, I find myself maybe like four or five different times out of the year. And let me clarify. My last name is Rockhead. I am a rock-headed dude. Everybody, I made the thing on Marvel Rivals. I am a rock-headed nigga. It's just but I'm very hard-headed sometimes. But every few months, like maybe 5 times out the year, I'll be like, you know, Trap, that man, he made it way, but he ain't never gonna tell you a lie. You feel me? He might tell a joke, but he ain't gonna tell a lie. So it was from there, and it's a number of mixture of things too that give me direction with content too. It's like got Urbansama, and then at the side too, my fiance, she makes a lot of different content and content I don't even make. So I'm like, I get inspiration from her sometimes too, especially how she edits videos. So I'm like, a lot of different times I'm getting inspiration and ideas from different places. I just find myself having a hard time with direction. So that's where Trap and the rest of them come in. So yeah, I feel like me working with them was the best thing I could have done content-wise. Absolutely. It changed my life 100%.
I'm glad to hear that. That's just like, that could just bring a tear to your eyes for real. Like. And there was something when I was watching some of the content where you guys do like monthly check-ins for each other to see like where y'all at, where especially like in the group and individually. When did you guys start doing that, and how has that helped in a way?
I think so. I am not the best group communicator. But I think recently we started doing it with the podcast, with the check-ins. Well, no. Let me get this straight. We've done it before the podcast, but we wanted to include it in the podcast. Yeah. That makes sense. And I would say that it is a huge team effort when it comes down to it, because if we are all quiet for too long, any individual will just chime in, hey, you know, I know y'all working, but y'all straight, everybody good, you know, just wishing each other well wishes, you know, encouraging each other to conquer the week. So that's just something that I think that we already do behind the scenes that we wanted to incorporate in the content, just to show like, hey, it's okay for you to check on each other. Like, you know, it's okay for you to check on a fellow Black man. Like, it's because, yeah, masculinity is different for everybody. But for me, like, it's being able to say, like, I love you and not feel weird about it. So I think it's a full team effort in the sense of everybody shows love and respect to each other. So everybody's mutually invested in each other's well-being in their days. But they can answer for themselves. That's my answer.
No, that's the truth. I find myself sometimes dipping off like Batman. Like, it'll be like, I want to say a few days could go by. I'm just like, I'll post and I'll just literally close the app. I won't go on the socials and look up nothing. I won't look at the analytics. I won't look at none of that. And I'll go to work. Most of the time I'm at work most of the week. I get caught up in that. Now I find myself now making content sometimes, and then I'll get a random text and be like, hey, yo, Kadeem, where you been at, man?
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, man?
Yeah.
What's up?
It's definitely true what Dee said in terms of, you know, with masculine men and most Black men, I feel like people don't do their due diligence in taking care of themselves and their mental health. And you're talking about someone who's trying his best to do that at the same time too. So it's like, I can appreciate the idea of we have a way to just make sure that it don't even have to be about content. How you feeling? What's going on? And what is the week bringing you? What you got on your mind, really? And it's like anytime they need it, I don't mind giving in. Anytime I need it, I know I can ask them about it. So, you know, just glad to be here, fellow black men.
And I think that's important too because we are also uh, rewriting a lot of programming that we may have had growing up with, the stereotypes of how black men are supposed to operate. Trap is a family man. Kadeem recently proposing.
Mhm.
Uh, D getting married at the end of the year. I have a committed girlfriend, right? So we are also, doing a lot of reprogramming work within ourselves as black men. And that actually does take a heavy load. And as the, probably the most cerebral out of the four, right? I do take into consideration that our relationship is past content. Like, yes, we're here as
Mhm.
Urbansama as a group, but we are four brothers, right? Who are also leaning on each other throughout the day in and day out rigorous grinds of being black men, both in the content space, both in America currently right now and in this world. We're finding each other. We are trying to be providers. We are trying to be strong. We are also trying to find time to be soft because this world is already hard enough. And so having other men that you can kind of take that barrier and wall down with and be and I'm guilty of this. I'm like, hey y'all, I ain't got it, but I just want to reach out to y'all and I want to let y'all know I'm thinking about y'all. And y'all are also keeping me motivated, right? And so those are also things that I think as a black people right now we should be rallying a little bit more to
Mhm.
uplifting each other, to helping each other, to pulling resources together and figuring out how we can continue to keep uplifting each other throughout this process because we're already being attacked in
Mhm.
multiple areas enough. So yeah, for me, yes. Hmm.
I love it.
Alright.
I think I think you're doing yourself a huge disservice if you say you want to level up, especially as a team, and
Mhm.
not checking in. Like
Mhm.
imagine, like I look at everything from a very tactical standpoint, especially like if we doing let's say if creating content was a mission, like a life or death mission,
Mhm.
we trying to execute this mission, but when you said okay, I'm good to do it,
Mhm.
also didn't tell me that a very close significant other died today.
Mm.
And so now I'm trusting you to defuse a bomb, and
Mm.
I should never be trusting you to do that today
Mm.
because you failed to provide me with that information.
Mm.
That's how I feel like the check-ins are and why they are essential to me
Mm.
because it does go beyond content like what they said. It is friendship, it is being black man, it is being just a human being in a very challenging world. And I
Mm.
think that you are denying yourself an aspect of exploration by not like diving into that of like checking in is honestly stupid to me. If
Mhm.
you don't check in with people that you say that you care about, like
Yeah.
it's dumb. They could be going through anything.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
they didn't eat today. They like, you find out the craziest thing when you really like break down and talk to somebody.
Mhm. Yeah.
You like, I would not have imagined that they going through that. And if you say that's your brother, if you say
Mhm.
that's somebody you trying to build like legacy with, I think it's absolutely essential that you are checking in. And it just as a byproduct and a bonus, it happens to end up being content too. So,
Yeah.
it's a win-win. But that first part is the most important for me because I think that if you don't address it then, you don't check on it
Mhm.
early, it ends up being a problem down the road.
Mhm.
I don't like dealing with unnecessary problems, but you
Yeah.
always deal with a problem. And
Yeah.
I love dealing with them.
Yeah. I think it made me respect y'all even more when I heard that, and I felt seen at the same time because I would say for the past year and a half I've been doing that for people in the community that like really really like, you know, the people that really support you like since the beginning, or just like they actually care for your well-being, and they're like, oh, I want to see you win and stuff like that. Because when I first started AnimeInkArt, I wasn't on the internet. I'm a STEM major, you know, so like that's very competitive. And yeah, I'm a lab tech. I work in an environmental wastewater treatment plant, so it's a different type of environment than the one that I'm like doing right now at AnimeInkArt, where I've found individuals based on like, you kind of like, now I'm seeing whatever energy I give people, they give to me. That's not always what I dealt with. So there's certain things that like you kind of have to unlearn. So I understand what you're saying, especially as Black men too, because I have friends and stuff now that are, and like, you know, like when we first interact with each other, like, oh wow, you actually care about me, you're actually checking in on me. I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I do that? But then I think back on, especially like being a creative and you're always on go, you know, you're always like, you're like, no matter what happens, you're gonna do it. I was kind of the same way. So they see the poker face, they don't see what happened before the poker face, you know. So they assume nothing goes on. And I know I've dealt with that. So when it came to people in my life, I have an emphasis on like checking up on everybody I care about, but particularly the people that like it don't look like they're going through anything. Cause like I feel like I relate to that. The ones that they think is like strong all the time and they can handle everything, I check on them first. I'm like, hey, you good? You know, because like I know like I have a few people. It's like I know when they're on and I know when they're off, because then they do like me, they disappear for a bit, and I'm like, you good?
Hey, listen, I'm a pop smoke on you, and you ain't even gonna know it. Like people, I love telling this story now. Like last year, like, you know, I shut down most of BU's operations. I did not stream on my personal account from February, but you would have never known I was inactive because it looked like I was active. I still had work and content coming out. But I was not posting content. I was not involved in anything because I was working on my life and trying to like get things together. And like, you know, sometimes when you are that person that people count on, when you are that person that's strong, you do have to take a minute for yourself. But it's also great, like you said, to have people just say, hey, how are you doing? You know, what's going on? You know, is there anything I can help you with? Is there anything I talk with you? Can I play a video game with you? You know? Just, you know, little things, anything can help. And I tell this to everybody, like you never know what struggle somebody's going on behind their smile. You know, everybody can smile, you know, because everybody wants to put on the front, but you never know what struggle or story that smile might be able to tell you if you actually get time to get behind it. So be nice to people or else.
But yeah, and to one of B's like earlier points, I think is very important in like creating the space for vulnerability, because to both B and Trap's point, we're not gonna coddle you, but we're also not gonna like create a space where you don't feel like safe or heard or seen. You know what I'm saying? We expect you to do your best. You feel me? However, if you aren't at your best, hey brother, that's okay. How do we get back to that? You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, I think I've shared like from a personal extent deep things with each of these individuals, and received the same back with an understanding of, hey, you aren't giving me this information to hurt you. You're giving me this information to help. You know what I'm saying? And being able to have that confidence in these, mind you, what? B, North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
North Carolina, New Jersey / New York, Detroit, and Atlanta. We know each other to an extent to where when we pop up physical, and I know Kadeem, we haven't had the opportunity yet, but in every situation we popped up physical, you would think that, well, we have been friends for years. Like it manifests in a way that feels organic to where when we see each other, it's like, yeah, this is my dog. What's good, Trap? What's good? I finally made it to the D. What's good, my boy? You know, with same thing with B. Every time I get to see B, it's like I'm getting to see my brother. Like I'm going out of town to see my brother type shit. So
Yep. And hell, for a
creating
couple
that
months,
space-
that was every other month for a little bit.
Nah, we've been on a crazy run. Because to B's point, he said he wasn't active, but he was active. he was my boy was active because for like what is it, 2 years straight, we've been going on the craziest run.
Yeah.
Multi-generational run.
Detroit, Washington, Tacoma, Atlanta, North Carolina, Philly.
That trip to Atlanta for sure. Let me
Gotta pull up.
Pull me back, but D calling me there too. You know, I'm just
We're
calling.
gonna get a summit. We're gonna get a summit.
We're gonna get a summit. You know what I'm saying?
And sorry. I just wanted to ask about, you guys finally did the Urbansama podcast. How did that happen? How did you finally jump the gun and do that? How has it been?
I'm a point to Trap or Brandon Loveland to answer the question. I feel like it's equal parts.
Yeah. So again, this was probably me spearheading the together, right? Individually, we are really talented, but together we're also extremely talented. And I had been kicking the bucket around us doing some streaming stuff or, doing a podcast where, four very creative minds get on there and talk, do some check-ins, but also talk about like current, topics. Just because, the current landscape of content, that is one of the best ways for us to be able to reproduce content, that we're creating in long form. As Dee mentioned, we've kind of mastered around here how to repurpose long form content to make it work for us in short form spaces. As well as, we are also chasing another YouTube partner, Players Unite, with the help of, Sama Creative received YouTube partner last year. So we're also, chasing that for Urbansama as well. And, Trap Academe, like, what I'm saying? Nobody is left off, and being able to monetize in the areas that we're working in only, justifies the amount of work that we're doing. And it's not that, we are actively living and dying on that, but we work in, similar to me, 1% Better, we work in, minor training cycles. You know what I'm saying? We want to be active as a group and we want to be active individually. And that's probably been one of our best ways we've been able to that. And, our pick ones, giving our communities a chance to actually engage with us with some of our thoughts and some of our characters or just some of the things that we enjoy. So I will take responsibility for that. I'm pretty sure Trap probably agree with me once I put it out on the table. And it's just one of those things we got to make sure that when we come to D with it, like, hey, here's the information. This is what we want to do. So that way, when he sits down and he's looking at his schedule, because it's important whenever we do stuff, right? Because it'll always be probably one of us or him coming with an idea. Okay, how can we respect everybody's time? How can we get it in? And then how can we make it fruitful, right? So if we agree to sit down for these hour and a half or 2 hours, okay, boom. D's looking at it. Okay, I can get this, this, and this from this. All right, boom. And then we will map out a plan on release and then execution, right? And because we are a couple years now into this, right, it does not feel unformed for us to be able to communicate if somebody doesn't agree with something, or if we want to go ahead, hey, I actually like that, let's go ahead and get it going. And then D also does a great job of filtering everything through once that process is rolling. And it makes it really easy for us, right? Because if we look at our group, his role is both back and front facing, whereas Trap and me have kind of a similar role, but we're more front facing, and Kadeem is all really front facing. And so with that, right, we allow each other to play to our strengths and then allow for areas of improvement for us to be able to communicate that. So I take responsibility.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not gonna lie to you. I was getting keyed in by both sides
Oh god.
because B is everything B said
Yeah.
plus drop. Just imagine,
Mm.
you seen them scenarios where they got like the angel and the devil on your shoulder.
Yeah.
You ever you ever see one of those situations where they both the same thing saying the same thing? I was like, oh, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I will do it if
Mhm.
we all sit down and we gonna bust this shit. We gonna bust this shit out. Cause at the
Mhm.
time I wanna say like we were all like very busy individually with like
Mhm.
life and creation and
Yeah.
things like that.
Mhm.
So I was just like, hey yo, if we gonna do it, let's motherfucking do it. And between B and Trap, this dude here, he was like, all right, because like B said, I enjoy structure, right? I enjoy structure because even though I'm creative, right? If we set things up, we can repeat them, right? Remember what I told you about B and Kadeem being explosive?
Yeah.
Well, Trap ain't no bitch. So I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm supposed to because of here.
No, we're past 30 minutes. You good?
All right. So
Yes, we're free.
so it becomes a thing where I'm like, all right, we're gonna set it up, structure it this way, and this way. And Trap's like, nah, fuck that. And I'm like, what you mean fuck that? And he's like, listen, bro, you say you want us to do it, we're gonna do it, but the best thing is to just keep it complete, like as organic as possible. So we remove basically like the resistance of us not doing it. He was like, really, and to like B also chimed in is like, hey, if it's really something we need to change, we'll change it then. But it became a situation where they were like, all right, nigga, we know you like controlling shit, but let me let me show you something real quick. And to their credit, I would say, the first episode was definitely a banger. Clips 8, episode 8, chemistry 8. Listen to your team.
Yep. Yep. Literally. And it's just one of those situations, right, where, again, right, we have that comfortability to be able to talk to each other and be like, hey, I want to try this something. Trap's like, all right, yep, I think B bought a great idea. D, let's get it, and we put it to the table, right? But also, again, common respect for each other's schedules and understanding that we all have lives, right? That's something in the space that I think commonly gets left out, that people don't take in the human factors of others, right? And they just, want content. They want to make it, get to these brands. It's all about, how quickly or how fast or how big can we make this versus, okay, I'm actually building with somebody trying to build something genuine. All right. And they might have some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Both my brothers in the last year and a half have proposed to women they want to be with. That takes a lot to like be able to build up to that moment, like, and still producing. Trap is a father. You know what I'm saying? I am a GM of a faceted business, right? There's somebody bought me in. I've been creating content for 5 years of my own. I went back to work in corporate, right? That took a substantial amount of energy from me that I, didn't have to put back into this, right? So we all had just different scenarios in which, we have to respect and honor each other with that. But as I mentioned, the commitment to actually wanting to be better. We said at the end of December, like we checked in with each other and we all said it like, hey, regardless of what we have going on this year, we still gonna make sure we get it done, right? So that was the thing with the podcast. It's like, we had some scheduling like conflicts in between, but we just kept like, hey, so make sure we still put that back on the books. We still need to get a date. We still need to get the episode down. Boom. We got that. Even with the next episode coming up, right? We're still like flushing out dates, and like this came in between that, and we were like talking about like, boom, AnimeInkArt on the first, bam, boom. We still got the second episode coming up. And we're just going to keep growing from that. Analytics wise, like, D can speak to it, but It is doing phenomenal. It's doing phenomenal. And the long form is helping us on YouTube. You know, when we have 1, 2, 3, 10 people find us, right, and get into that YouTube partner space, right. And here's the thing that a lot of people do not take into consideration when you are playing the long game, right? It's like, okay, we become YouTube partner, right? We're gonna have all these videos that hit later or hit and we weren't monetized yet. And then we get to pick up that, right? And we got all of this work right now. Conventions are picking us up, bringing us in, and we're paneling. Or we're doing it ourselves because I'm here to tell y'all I am the crazy motherfucker that's gonna put it together for us to do it ourselves because I'm not gonna wait, right? I've also applied and been to all these places and I've been declined and I've been shunned, but I've also been accepted and I've also had opportunities to be able to do that. So that's the great space that Urbansama and us as creators are in now is like we are pushing to that next point in our careers and in our lives. And we actually like each other. We don't have to fake like a lot of people. That's a whole different conversation.
No, yeah, but I definitely get that. And you were on the show for this, Brandon, when we the question I usually ask about supporting the Blur community. I ask, what do we do well to support each other so far? What can we improve upon? This is based on what everybody does in the community. They got a different response. And also, don't worry, because this is just a disclaimer for some people, because some people get nervous when I ask the question thinking that they're going to get canceled. You're not going to get canceled. So that's
I don't care. I'm gonna burn it down anyway, so I don't care. It don't bother me at all.
But whoever wants to start, it doesn't matter.
Like, how does our content help the Blurred community?
Or just like, how do we support each other in general so far that you've seen that's been good so far, whether it's like sharing the content or how you see people interact with each other, etc. And then what can we do to improve? So like, what are we lacking in the community that we can do better to support each other better? That's kind of what the question is.
From my perspective, and this is just me paying attention for the past 2 years, I think a lot of Black creators do a good job of shouting each other out and actually reposting their content. I can't speak for everybody. This is just me speaking from what I see on Instagram and other social media accounts. But I think a lot of people do a good job of sharing and they support who they support. I know some people don't know certain people. You might not see it, but I see a lot of different people reposting other people's projects and whatnot, whether it be as a repost page or they're just posting because they like it. But I see a lot of different Black creators sharing each other content. And anytime I see another Black creator, I'm speaking once again from my personal perspective.
Yeah.
Before I even watch the video, I'm like, oh, is this a Black brother? All right. I'm just share now. And then I'm watching and I'm like, of course, if I like it, I'm going to repost it. I feel like I've always liked to reposted people's stuff too, whether I have 100,000 followers, whether I got 2 followers. I'm like, if I like it, I'm going to repost it. So I think everyone should just do that every now and again and not be so selective about it because when you have a big platform too, you don't know how many eyes this person's going to get from you just reposting their stuff and they could get exposure that they want. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. So I think it's something more people should do, but
Yeah, that's true. Whoever's next.
I think we do really good at collective supporting, even if it's blind support. And I don't know if that's always like the absolute healthiest thing to do, but I know like from at least me, if I like you, I share it like in either repost form, like comment, so to make sure that you get engagement. I know I do. I might not have like this like consistent creator highlight thing for my personal page, but I'm big on real support. Like if I like you as a person, you hear that I like you as a person. I've even commented from you, commented on your content, DM'd you and let you know beyond the comment, like, hey, I know I commented, but I really think what you do is dope. And I don't know how many people do that outside of the plethora of people I know who do, because I'm someone who likes to highlight positivity because it's really easy to say, we could do this better, we could do that better, blah, 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 blah. I think we do a lot really good, and I don't think that it gets enough credit. We make stuff on our own, we create new things that haven't been done, we take things that have been done and make it better. It's a lot of us, and a lot of us show support, like outside of the outliers that might not. But if there's anything that I say that as a collective we need to do better is not being so hard on ourselves in the form of comparison. I'm all for competition. I am not good. I am not for comparison. And I think that from the slight moments that I've heard even somebody go, I ain't got as many followers as them, or I don't have as much money, or I don't have as many brands, or like I'm not doing it like this person, or well, anything that to a level of is a level of comparison, I say dead it, because your superpower is being you. And I feel like if a lot of people did more of that and really found what I like to put as like your quirk, and really honing in on that, you would be surprised how much better you would make the collective if you focused on you. Like that would help everybody. When you shine, it shows someone else the possibilities that are out there. It's like, dang, I'm kind of like them. I got a quirk that's similar to theirs. I never thought that about using it that way. And I think uplifting yourself in a very positive way and not comparing it is probably the best thing that we can do, and being honest about that. Like, I'm a great person, and I think that everybody else should know that. And if they don't think that, screw them. But I think we do a really good job I think we do a better job at what we do well, that I don't know, don't get highlighted enough. And I love my black brothers and sisters, and I think we have come very far from what I remember being what was accepted back when I was in school. And I think we're gonna do even better at that. Like a lot of people be like, I'm mad that like anime or this has become mainstream, because I remember not. I love it.
Yep. Keep it on the forefront.
First of all, anime being mainstream got all them annoying people out of here. Let's be for real. Oh my God. When there was a bunch of different people complaining like, oh man, these people don't know nothing about anime. How you want people to like? I like talking to people about anime. They know if it's a manga I'm interested, it's an anime I'm interested. I love talking about it. So I would love to have more people to talk about it. I don't think we should be gatekeeping something that isn't something we even own. Let's be for real. But another thing is genuinely just who cares? I'm like, I didn't care when people didn't like it, and I don't care now when people still like it. I just like anime. Why can't we like the fact that we both like a medium that's not ours? You know what I mean? Let's enjoy it and speak on it. But
black people aren't a monolith.
I did want to add to what Trap was saying too with the comparison thing. That is a great point. And I heard a little quote years ago, and it's been stuck in my head ever since I heard it. But comparison is the thief of joy. Yeah. It is genuinely. Anytime you find yourself in a specific scenario where you're comparing yourself, whether it's a loved one, a coworker, a friend, another actor, or another content creator, something, it genuinely just is doing a disservice to yourself. It's like that person's success has nothing to do with your success that you can eventually make too. It's like Trap said, your best thing at doing is being you. Like whether it's your quirk at doing whatever, it's voice acting, content creation. You could be a welder, you can be the best librarian somewhere, but it all starts with you. You know what I mean? Like it should be your thought in it and how can I make myself better, rather than damn, what are they doing? How they doing that? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's just power in yourself. You find it there.
Yeah, definitely true. And we got Brandon, we got D. Whoever wants to go first.
You go ahead, B. You got it. Go ahead.
The point is so petty.
You sure you don't want that?
you.
Yeah,
You
you
sure
go
you,
ahead.
you sure you don't want to go?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, come on. Let me be a gentleman.
I'm
I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up.
He's like,
Let me let me. I took the podcast one. Sharing is caring.
I'm correct.
Sharing is caring. Um, so one thing I think the Blur community does really well, is the sheer amount of like tenacity and creativity that I see from it. Right. To what B was saying just a few moments ago, we are not a monolith.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Blur community, you get to really see how true that statement is. Right. Um, you got different ways, walks of life. You got your comics, you got your anime, you got your gamers, you got your Dungeon and Dragons, you got your Call of Duty enthusiasts, you got your Fortniters. You know, it's
Let's not
it's
forget the
so
NBA players.
it's so much that you get to see here because like you have the cosplay community, you have the people who create skits. The sheer volume and quality of what we produce never leaves me for like a lack of words. The only thing I think we can probably improve on is just like, okay, we're amazing creatives, right? But I think what the Blur community is facing is very similar to the music industry in that these mediums, these geeky mediums have become bigger and more pronounced and more cash cows, right? And us as Black creators create amazing bodies of work, but don't always know how to like run the business part of it. How do you, retain ownership over it? How do you help provide a living for yourself or for others through it? In a sense that that's not everybody's goal, of course, but in the community, it's like I want us to claim more ownership and get more for what we're providing as a community, if that makes sense. Because we're providing tons of value. I just want us to get that value back because we deserve it.
We do deserve it. Honestly, with the amount of content, we deserve it.
And D, thank you so much for being a gentleman. As far as what we're doing as a whole, I think everybody did a great job of mentioning the collaboration that you're seeing creators, whether it be Black Twitch Guild, people coming on Anime Inc. Arts, talk show, Navy Montel, BlurCon, DreamCon, Blurred and Powerful, Blurred Unite, Block Party, Black Girl Gamers, AMP. Like they're all different levels, different age groups, engagements where you're starting to see Black media push to the forefront in the content creation space. It's $1 billion business. I feel like the individual creator is dying, so it's going to take more collaboration on ourselves to make sure we're carving out our piece of the pie. And I think that as a whole, we're doing that. What we can do better is that we can do that better. There's still so many people out here who greedy, who want to steal from each other, who don't want to work with each other. They want to cast names. They want to put like this drama, do like all this pop the balloon stuff. Like, right now is not the time and space for that. Like right now, we should be trying to sew into each other. We should, be looking, for content that uplifts, that either gives knowledge or that shares fan mediums where people like explore. Like there's way too much going on in the world right now for certain things, and then also you cannot be willfully ignorant right now what's going on in the world as it impacts us. You can create your content, but you still need to be conscious of what's going on with us. So we need to uplift and work together better, and we need to be mentally conscious of what's going around and make sure we're taking care of each other in this country, because it is a dangerous space and place, but also, again, we have been here since it's been the dangerous space and place for 400 some odd years. So, while we're here, we still can't survive. We just need to, find a way to unite.
Wait, I don't know if you can hear the snaps, but there's the snaps right there.
Yeah,
Blurs unite.
But no, thank you guys for real. Because I did a round. Well, it wasn't first. I wasn't expecting to do the round table talk. The reason why I started the show in the first place because I have a good friend. Fuck, I'm gonna say the name. I'm gonna say Obsidian Comics. I'm not gonna say their real name, but a very close friend of mine, and we have a lot of talks just about things, community, this and the third, and it kind of like inspired me because it was not just him, but like other people when they have their experiences and they may have felt left out, or they're like, why don't other creators get the spotlight? Or it was just so many different opinions, and I was like, well, I gotta get out of my like I don't like to go live by myself, so let's just talk to people. So it's just, and then it turned into everybody had different takes and different insights, and I did a roundtable talk. I had a few creators in the tri-state because I live in New Jersey, and we went to a podcast studio, and we'll see where that goes. But like just having everybody's opinions and stuff has really been a great thing to hear, and I feel like to go into what you guys said. Sometimes if they don't hear it, they don't know, and then they can relate if they hear like how everybody feels, and they'll be like, oh, people are thinking the same thing, but just wording it differently. That's really it. That's what I've noticed. So yeah.
I really be forgetting you down the street. Like you're really down the street.
I feel like because I don't say it until like I have to say it. So I feel like that's what.
Is she really down the street for real?
But one of
the you are up the street for me as well.
Yeah.
Well, I did meet you. So that was good. Shout out to Clutch for that. I think when we all because everybody was so yeah,
my dog.
Yeah,
My dog for a minute.
Yeah, help me out so much, and we just met in person in August, and I'm like, I tell him all the time. I'm like, you didn't have to, but you did. But yeah, definitely. And
W Clutch.
Mm-hmm. And the last question I'm gonna ask is, what are the goals that you have for Urbansama? How if it's long term, short term? I don't know. If you want to share, whatever you want to share.
Cap, he can do that one.
He's like,
What's your goal, fearless leader? What's your goals, man?
World domination.
World domination.
If you're being serious, I'm
Why
you
say that under your breath like that?
I feel like when it comes to goals in Urbansama, it's similar to like the Straw Hat Pirates, how each one of them have their own individual goals, and they just coincide to be like, you know what? I like that's your goal. You know what? I'm gonna help in any way I can to make sure your goal comes to light. Like me personally, I feel like one goal I have with Urbansama is to just show you can win genuinely just by being you and making the stuff that you like and what you're interested in. And that's just one of my own personal goals. And I tell them that all the time. But, you guys can take this away and say your goals as well. Captain. Captain.
Dean pretty much hit the nail on the head. Ultimately, what like I was talking about a little bit earlier, it took me a while to understand what Urbansama was from a marketing standpoint, because I understood like what it meant to me, but obviously explaining that to boardroom leaders or just general people who don't know about you doesn't necessarily make the most sense. So Urbansama is going to be the biggest fucking up. But the goal for Urbansama is for it to be one of the biggest digital networks out there hosting Black curated content. And that is whether it is produced by us, like Urbansama, or collaborations with other brands and entities similar to like almost like a Hulu, like a Netflix, where like we have Urbansama series, like original series, and then we have series that we might highlight from other people once we get to a point where we can reliably host and manage / produce. We gotta see, because right now
we're supposed to be.
Yeah, right now we're the like the I don't even I feel like trap right now. We're not a test, we're not an experiment, but we're a proof of concept, right?
Okay.
So the fact that we're all able to create together and make these things that are bigger than the individual is the first step. These are our originals, you know what I'm saying? As we expand and grow and build the capacity to house other like intellectual properties, we'll see, you know, where things go, you know. But yeah,
They going to the
right
top. Now. That's where they going.
I personally just want to make something big. Like, I have my own personal goals, and the team helped support those goals, and I love them for it. But like me personally, for Urbansama, I just wanted to be something great, like something that people can look at and aspire to want to be a part of, to aspire to want to create something like that. It's one of those things where like it forever is like this nugget in the back of anybody who likes it's mind of, dang, that was dope. And whether you want to make something like that, join something like that, be something like that, like it acts as kind of like proof of concept. Like I said, it's like, dang, some people really went out on something that they believed in and accomplished it and showed that it was possible. And you can see the beginning of it. You can see it, you know, hopefully never the end of it, but what it ended up being. And to go and circle back to that question that I never really got to go through with, I saw D building something that I thought was great. And even though at the time he was coming to me from like a consultation standpoint to a degree, I'm like, nah, G, hey, you can get the help all the time because I'm about to be part of the team. And that's like, that's what I want. That's just what I want. I just want to be like, yeah, I was part of that shit. You feel me? That's what I want.
I just want niggas to enjoy what they do and enjoy what they create. If I'm keeping it personal and simple, because it's like Kadeem enjoys what he does, Trap enjoys what he does, B enjoys what he does. I enjoy what I do. And the key is I see a lot of times in situations where like people are working to this capacity and they're either like tired of each other, tired of the work, what have you. And mind you, we all have days, right? But ultimately we're here because we enjoy what we're doing, right? We're here because we want to be here. So create an environment where that can expand to not just the four of us, but you know, potentially more is what I would say would be a goal for not only Urbansama but myself.
Yep.
I've had more joy, and I just want to point this out. I've had more joy in 5 minutes working on a video with you guys than 8 hours of my day at my job.
And then, yeah, that's true. And then, I think you're the last person, Brandon.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I thought I was gonna be able to escape that one with Sama just putting out his goals. Because his goals is the overall arching group's goal. For me, it's just alignment. Whatever he wants to put forth, whatever things we agree upon as a group, as long as there's alignment there where we're working on it together, I'm cool with it. For me, the journey is to be enjoyed with others, and that's the part that I enjoy the most. When you can do it with your niggas, it makes it even better. And with that, that's the most fulfilling part for me. This year, just looking to expand our reach. Us being committed to getting work out, even throughout life. So those are my big goals. D helps us in keeping us aligned and making sure we execute. And the other three of us, we really just kind of keep it fresh with our energy and making sure that as he mentioned, whether it's posts, whether it's topics we decide to talk about, just keeping it fun and keeping it engaging.
Yep. And with that, I just want to again, it's a pleasure that y'all had. You gave me the floor to host all of you guys, and I just want to give you guys the time now to just plug in where you want people to keep up with you.
I'll go first this time. All right. You can catch me at Brandon Leveland on everything. You can catch me also at Blurred Unite at everything. And if you need to learn anything about what we're doing with Blurred Unite in the community, make sure you catch blurredunite.com, a wonderful website made by the Naughty Hokage. Thank you, baby.
I'll just go next, but you can find me as Kadeem the Dream, like how it is right here in this bar, with 2 E's on everything. It's the same one everywhere, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Kadeem the Dream.
All right.
Trap Dragon Z on everything except TikTok. It's trapdragon.z. Had to make a new one, stuff happened. I don't know, but
Hackers.
that's what it is. And Urbansama too.
Yep.
So I put it to people like this. Well, actually, before I even do that, thank you for hosting us today.
Yeah.
This has been a very lovely conversation. I feel like, you definitely deserve your flowers real quick, because hosting 4 wild grown men and keeping things in a timely fashion. And I thank you.
No problem. You were so great with like me just being like, hey, reminder, this and the third. So I feel like it worked out for the best.
And I appreciate you just giving us a platform to speak, share our stories and opinions and thoughts. So I really appreciate what you're doing for the community. It's maybe not always like the most glamorous, but it is definitely necessary and appreciated, because without people like you, we like I can't remember the last time we've been on an interview or whatnot. So it's like we're usually doing the interviews, you feel me? So without people like you, people like us don't get as much of an opportunity to be able to share that. So I really want to express my thanks and my gratitude.
Thank you so much. I'm one that I don't even take the credit for myself. So like I appreciate you saying.
Well, you're taking that credit and some from me as well. I have loved watching your continued growth as one of the inaugural winners of the Blurred Unite Opportunity Grant. I'm so grateful that we also too have been a part of your journey. Continue to keep working, and thank you so much for creating platforms for creators like us. Because acknowledgement is important on all levels, no matter your size or where you're at in your journey. So thank you for taking the time to acknowledge us today.
No, yeah, of course. This is just me. I just get speechless every time. So don't mind me. I really appreciate it. If I take it in.
It's okay. Take your flowers.
Take your flowers.
Take your flowers.
Allow yourself to be gassed.
You can smell your flowers however you want to smell them, gang. After we gave them, we ain't got nothing to do with us. They tell you what to do with your flowers.
No, but I'm really appreciative. I'm glad that I kept doing it. I wasn't expecting that I was gonna keep doing this part because, like, as you guys know, because if you do opportunity grant and stuff, there's a plethora of different things. But I guess I should do that now because we're near the end of the show. I really do appreciate everybody that came in. First off, for February, I was not expecting the way February went with the support in general after Virtuous Con. Um, when y'all blew up the post on the 21st, I was like, all right. I guess whatever I'm doing is making an impact. And I really do appreciate you guys. Just, kind words in DMs or saying you're proud of me or keeping up with the show, even with any changes that happen. And maybe even like being interested in what else I do. I really do appreciate it. I've been doing AnimeInkArt in some variation or form since like 2021. So I mean, to see that people are supporting, I really do appreciate it. So I'm Lizzie. Hi, AnimeInkArt is my brand, and in the logo right there that's on the screen. I mean, I'm not at my original wall, but it has a lot of artwork and stuff like that. I traditionally draw, and then I digitally edit the designs because I'm trying to go to digital eventually. But that's how I make my designs. That's on the Shopify store and the Redbubble store. We're trying to get back into that. It's been a journey, but shout out to Blurs Unite. I always mention it in the shows now that for the opportunity grant, and then just for being able to continue to work with me. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to the talk. I cosplay. I'm trying to get more into the cosplay. I just pulled the all-nighter to get ready for BlurCon. But I do cosplay from time to time. Originally, it was like closet cosplays to promote the stuff that I do. But then after a while, it's like I just want to keep doing it. So whether it's just buying my cosplays or now I'm occasionally trying to make certain things. I'm not an expert, but I do cosplay. And shout out to Otaku Noir. He has my cosplays Black Calendar. I was on there last year. And we're affiliated with them. If you use code AnimeInkArt, you should get free shipping. Make sure you go to BlurCon, get the box. If you miss the Virtuous Con box, I feel sorry for you. If you do the Blurred Mystery Noir box, you don't got much time, so you better get on that. We also work with Critical Care Comics in the New York chapter. So we give toys and comic books to the children at the hospitals. They have a Las Vegas, New York, and South Carolina. If you want to be part of the New York, we need more people. So please, if you want to be part of the New York one, you never know. Maybe we'll be the one interviewing you. So definitely go to criticalcarecomics.com or go to the Instagram. You can sign up. And it's as simple as that. And it's a nice time. It's a fun time. It's something where the kids really appreciate, getting a smile on their face because they don't get to leave. And whatever you want to see, I guess, just follow AnimeInkArt 1, AnimeInkArt Live 1. AnimeInkArt 1 is going to have the plethora of things. Whoever's seen my page, it's just a different thing each day.
Mhm.
Check the broadcast page, and that out. I send the links there too as well. And we'll be at BlurCon and whatever else we do next, just stay tuned for it because sometimes even for me, it's just a surprise sometimes. So subscribe is free to do. Thank you guys for helping us reach 100 subscribers, and it's only up from here. And with that, we're gonna be signing out. Happy first of the month.
It's the
Happy
first of the month. Happy Women's History Month.
Yeah.
Happy rent due.
Bye, guys.
Not happy rent due.
Leia, big.